Isn't that the most beautiful sight you've ever seen? I always say that's God shining through that cloud. You don't have to tell me that it's the sun. You're the Son of God.
I really don't care if you don't believe what I believe. But please don't try to argue with me about it, because that's not why I'm doing this. There's no need to argue. That's not something I want to do. At least not anymore. I used to get in arguments with my parents, with any authority. I used to pick fights just to pick fights. And then whatever narcissistic tendencies inside of me, I let it go. Mainly because it didn't serve me, so how could it serve anybody? And I didn't think it was very responsible, at least not emotionally. There's such a thing as like emotional responsibility. They talk about financial responsibility, but they never talk about emotions. The reason why women are so out of whack, the reason why, you know, society is so screwy is because they emulate that, you know? And women don't understand their emotions, and so they have no choice but to blame other people for them. Well, you're looking at someone that takes her every emotion and scrutinizes it till there's nothing left. I'm kidding, there's always something left. There's always something that we can analyze a little more. And I know sometimes it's pointless. Yeah, I know that sometimes it's like, why do you give a shit? Well, because I really believe that the reason why people are so messed up, and you know, when you're messed up in the head, when you're messed up emotionally, you're gonna mess things up naturally, you know, in your day-to-day life. You're gonna mess up your relationships. You're gonna mess up your habits. Your habits will eventually become tragic. You know, because everybody's an addict, it seems. I'm not even an addict in my dreams. That's pretty good. It is pretty good. Even my subconscious won't let me drink booze. Even my subconscious won't let me smoke cigarettes. Cause I did so much of that it made me sick. And I know that I lose. And I think I've proven every point that I set out to prove to myself. So I'm done, let's move on. And so that's why I stopped going to AA meetings. There's no need to go. I already know what I'm dealing with. Let's move on. And I guess I saw it as kind of futile because I'm already analytical. You know, as you know, I'm already pretty analytical. I don't need the 12 steps to take me right back to what I already do without help. without somebody guiding me along, let alone a woman. You know, one of the main reasons why I have such negative feelings towards women is because, like, of a lot of experiences that I've had, you know, being friends with women. You know, a lot of people say it's because of my mom. Now, the thing is, my mom, she's a fucking mess, but, like, I love my mom. I empathize with her, even though I know she really doesn't need it. But, like, it's really because of my friendships. Like, my friendships have really, like, done more of a number on me than anything that my mother ever said or did, you know? Because if she behaved in such a way that was, you know, hurtful, or, you know, she was overly critical, you know, she'd always apologize. She always recognized that she was wrong. And so I really don't have beef with her. It's really more people I've been friends with that were, like, either a little sister or an older sister, because that's how I look at females, you know? And I look at males like they're my brothers. You know, they don't look at me that way. I wish they would, but they don't. But, you know, a lot of females that I interacted with going to AA meetings were just total fucking trash, dude. Total trash. And, you know, these are women that are, like, in a 12-step program, like, trying to better themselves. It's, like, supposed to be spiritual, you know? So if you're not being demeaned by women, it's like, you got men in there trying to fuck you. And so it's really not worth it, you know? Just white knuckle it on your own, you know? That's what I say. But, it's better if you come up with your own solution, your own method. Because if it's somebody else's method, it's not going to mean as much. And I'm not dogging the whole program. I'm not saying that it doesn't work at all. I mean, it obviously does. People wouldn't continue to go if they didn't continue to stay sober, right? But that's just my opinion. You don't have to listen. But, you know, I'll tell you how I don't drink every day. It's pretty cool. I don't take alcohol and swallow it. Isn't that amazing, dude? It's so amazing. Like, I don't get drunk because I don't swallow alcohol. So, I know a lot of people don't understand that. I'm not purposely trying to be sarcastic either. Like, it's literally true. I just don't swallow alcohol and I don't get drunk. Technically, I can have it in my mouth. I just have to spit it out, you know? That's only happened once. And it happened once because it was a mistake. I took a sip of somebody's beverage not knowing that there was alcohol in it, and he told me that he spiked the drink, and I immediately spit out the drink. Ever so conveniently, I was standing right in front of a sink. So that was cool. But, yeah, man. That's an instinct. Like, this is poison. Spit that shit out, you know? Same instinct that I have towards metals that the CDC insists we get injected into us. Yeah, I have the same kind of sentiment towards a lot of things that we're told to do. You know, and the more people do it, and the less they can explain why they do it, and, you know, the more excuses they make in regards to, you know, why we have to do certain things, it's like, yeah, I think that my instinct's correct. You know, you don't have to agree. Like, you can call me names, you can say whatever you want about me. You know, I really don't care, because, like, I know why I am the way that I am. But I highly doubt that you know why you are the way that you are. But it's good I don't have to live your life.